are always high, but Dr. Beyond tends to meet them and exceed them. So, this is not new to him. He has been working quietly in the background, improving our products. It's his brilliance that brought the IL-2 in combination with Azer-cel that we're seeing now, profound responses as well as durability.
It has been a big week for Imugene with the appointment of Chief Medical Officer Dr. John Beyond and the activation of its first Australian site in the Phase 2 Neopolym trial. With me to discuss these latest developments is Dr. Beyond and Managing Director and CEO Leslie Chong. Leslie, it's good to see you again, and Dr. Beyond, good to meet you.
Thank you.
Good to be here with you.
It's a pleasure to have you. Now, John, let's start with you. Congratulations on the new role. Talk us through your experience.
Sure. I'm a hematologist oncologist by training. I did my postgraduate training at the University of Washington in Seattle. After that, I was junior faculty for about 4 years, and then moved into industry. I've been in industry now for over 11 years, and my first position was at Genentech, where I worked on the checkpoint inhibitor tezolizumab. And then since then, I've moved on to a series of various biotechs, notably in the cell therapy space, including Juno Therapeutics, which was bought by Celgene, which was then later bought by BMS, Lyell, and Fate Therapeutics. And I've been here at Imugene for almost 2 years.
And Leslie, exciting time now for this new chapter with John as CMO. What are the expectations?
So my expectations are always high, but Dr. Beyond tends to meet them and exceed them. So this is not new to him. He has been working quietly in the background, improving our products. It's his brilliance that brought the IL-2 in combination with Azer-cel that we're seeing now, profound responses as well as durability. And our other program, CF33, has been well served by his management and oversight over those, as well as some of our B-cell immunotherapy out-licensing opportunity. He's been very heavy-handed with that. So he's been working diligently and quietly in the background, and I'm so glad that he gets an opportunity to grow in that trajectory of CMO and with the companies. It's great. So I'm really pleased.
We'll come to CF33 in a moment, but John, where do you see Azer-cel going?
I mean, I think as Leslie mentioned, there's a lot of opportunity there. Right now, we're investigating Azer-cel in patients who have failed a prior autologous CAR T-cell product because that's where the highest unmet medical need is. And as Lisa mentioned, we are starting to see, not just responses, but durable responses. And to me, as a previously practicing physician, that's the most important thing. Patients need to have durable response to their treatment, right? So they can have better quality of life. And we may not be able to cure them yet, but at least have those moments with their friends and family that make life worth living. But beyond that, we are starting to move into certain hematologic malignancies where CAR T cell therapy really is not established. Some of these are rare indications, which is why some of the bigger companies haven't moved into that. But we see that as a wonderful opportunity.
And big news yesterday, Leslie, Neopolym, the first site opened. Talk us through that.
So that's a very special study where other anti-PD-1s like ours, our PD-1 Vaxxas also inhibits PD-1, where they've seen lots of activity from other companies, especially in this particular colorectal type. And so we're quite excited that we've been approached by UK and Australian physicians who specialize in colorectal cancers. So that is what's called an investigator-sponsored study where Imugene is playing a very minimal part in terms of resources or finance. However, we still own the patent, so therefore we own the data. So it's a nice way to continue to develop PD-1 Vax. However, we don't have to be laborious about it, and we just get the data. So it's been it's the AGITG is a wonderful group of physicians who are putting this together, and we're delighted that the first site is active and we'll start recruiting quite soon.
And to the both of you, I mean, Leslie, you touched on CF33 earlier and onCARlytics as well. What's happening with those?
So we are moving those swiftly through to come to a decision regarding, be it recommended phase 2 dose. We are also looking for other partnership opportunities with those, which I'm quite excited about. So those are moving along quite well. John and I are quite excited about onCARlytics because of the potential, and obviously with his background of hematology oncology as well as solid tumors, that combination of both therapies in heme onc versus solid tumor now can be put together in one trial. So we're anticipating a higher dose escalation. So maybe a higher dose will produce more CD19 expression, and then the combination. So lots of things to look forward to in the onCARlytics and CF33 space.
So let's tie everything all together now. What is next for Imugene? John, where do you see things going? Leslie, what's going to happen?
Well, I think with Azer-cel, that is sort of the near term, I would say, value inflection point and the near term to sort of fast to market strategy. So Azer-cel has been our highest priority because it is producing complete responses. And as John alluded to, we're also seeing durability where it matters. And it matters to the patients, it matters to the FDA, it matters to the regulatory authorities, and obviously it matters to imaging. So that's our highest priority, to produce that data and continue to proliferate with Azer-cel. With CF33, we're really focused on onCARlytics because of the promise and the value that it will drive. And also, obviously, our B-cell immunotherapy, out-licensing those for the opportunities. And then we keep looking for partnership as we move along the development path.
So plenty to look forward to, particularly in this back half of 2025. John, Leslie, thanks for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you.